Hello and welcome to new Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Moviemaker magazine. We're here at Cambridge in Los Angeles in West Hollywood. I'm here with Matt Allen with his movie, Ticket to Ride. Let's take a look at a clip.
It's America's
about
favorite
that
jackpot game.
news?
Get ready, everybody. This
sure want
is
five
Powerball
animals.
Winning America. I'm Sam Marlin. Tonight, we want to have those Powerball tickets because
Think he's
we
got
have
a designer
estimated
wardrobe?
jackpot worth 70.
Matt, welcome to the studio. It's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's great. Well, tell us a brief synopsis of your film.
Okay. Ticket to Ride is pretty much about these two guys that play the lottery every night at the same gas station. And it kind of, one night they go and there's a sign on the door that says, "We'll be back in 5 minutes." And so they end up not being able to play their numbers that they originally would play. And they end up finding out that, you know, their numbers hit the lottery, and it's kind of a question of what would you do if you could have won $70 million and the store clerk wasn't able to kind of, you know, what would you do, kind of thing.
Well, you have to see this movie. It's so funny. And you not only directed it, but you also starred in it as well.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your character and how that process was for you.
It was fun. My friend kind of coaxed me into doing it. I didn't really want to play the character at the beginning, but I was like, all right, you know, I'll do it. And it's fun. I really enjoyed directing and then kind of saying, all right, now it's time to get to do Steve's scenes and kind of take that moment to kind of get into that character, and it's a fun transition.
So you're from Charleston, and you filmed in Charleston area as well. How do you come about that process of making this particular film?
Well, it's actually the story itself it's kind of a true story. I co-directed it with a friend as well, Travis. He played the gangster guy in it, kind of, and we were kind of snowballing, you know, short ideas, and he said, "You're not going to believe what happened to me. I went to he plays the lottery, and he went to a gas station, and there was a sign on the gas station door that said, 'Be back in 10 minutes.'" And that's happened to me before as well, where like there's a sign and I'm looking around and the clerk's either in the back washing his hands or using the bathroom, usually just using the bathroom, and they come right back out and whatnot. But we were laughing because I was like, you know, were you able to play your lottery, you know, number? Because that's what he does, and he was like, no, and I was like, man, that's so funny. What would you do if you won? And we kind of sat there for a minute, and I was like, you know, for a short, that's kind of a good, that's a great, you know, a great idea for a short.
You have, I mean, some brilliant comedic performances. The two best friends, who are just hysterically funny. How did you come about them?
Well, I've known Danny Jones for a while now. He's been in other films that I've directed, and he's just phenomenal. He normally does more dramatic scenes, but having him as I wanted to put him in a comedy because he's just great. And Bruce kind of looks like Gene Wilder in a way.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was really kind of fixated on kind of a Buster Keaton, kind of like big and small and like really comedic body language.
It's like Lauren Hardy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like really funny.
Yeah, and that right there stemmed it, having those two on a moped.
Yeah.
Just like this ridiculousness, and you know, it kind of ensued from there. So,
what was your biggest challenge, Matt, making this movie?
Oh man, I think there's so many challenges. One of the biggest challenges is probably production, because it's like at that point you're wanting this kind of your little baby to kind of be born from screenplay to, you know, to cinema, you know, and it's so it's kind of that kind of gut-wrenching moments when you're trying to get a location and you know, on the indie level, it can be really intense when all of a sudden, like, oh, we got to wait another, you know, hour and a half. We're losing daylight. We need that location, kind of thing. So
And speaking of which, you know, you go through the process of making this film, and then you get an official selection for New Filmmakers Los Angeles, and obviously everyone absolutely loved it. How is that feeling for you?
That was amazing. It's amazing. I mean, that's kind of like when you're sitting there and an audience is laughing at what what you want them to laugh at. It's no better reward, I guess. It's so good.
So what's next for you as a director?
I'm writing feature screenplays right now. I have a comedy short that I've done. Oh, I have it screenplay as a short, and then also a feature. So that's kind of an avenue, and then I like doing dramas as well. I have a dramatic feature film that I'm kind of.
So you're busy.
Busy,
yeah. Matt. Well, we'll be seeing lots more of Matt's work. Idealistically, where would you like to see your career in, like, say, 5 years' time?
Man, happy and making movies.
Happy and making movies. I think that's a really good choice. Well, Matt, thank you very much. We loved your film. Thank you for joining us here today, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you'd like to find out more about New Filmmakers Los Angeles, you can sign up for our newsletter at nfmla.org. We'd like to thank Camera Los Angeles for this wonderful space where we've met some of the world's best new filmmakers.